Hi, Rob Allen here at Truck Mount Forums, and today we're going to be talking about using inline sprayers for pre-spraying. We're also going to be talking about how to mix up the proper products, especially when it comes to boosting carpets for really dirty carpets. Alright, first of all we're going to get started by taking our pre-spray jug apart. Now what I've done is I've modified mine. What I mean by modifying it is I've put quick releases on both ends of the trigger and also the spray jug. What this allows me to do is just pop it off and take this off at any time. Plus it gives me a swivel at both ends, so I like that a lot. It comes in real handy, so keep that in mind. Okay, there's a couple of things to remember when you're working with an inline sprayer. The two most important things, you want to make sure that you don't run your temperature of your truck mount or your machine over 180 degrees. This will affect the Venturi effect, it won't draw solution, and you won't be able to clean carpets properly. Number two, make sure you're operating somewhere between 300 and 500 psi for a metering tip to work properly. That's how they're rated, 400 being the ideal. Now I like to use a stainless steel metering tip. I think that's a lot better than the plastic ones. I found the plastic ones actually wear out and they clog up a lot easier. I like the bigger opening on the stainless steel, and that's the ones that we use. On top of it, we'll actually switch it over to a style that actually has a cap on the back for easy fill. I really like that. I think that makes a big difference too. Alright, that being said, let's go ahead and go through the different solution ratios that we're going to use for different cleaning situations that we run into. And also we're going to talk about boosting your pre-spray to get the ideal results for nasty carpets. Alright, let's take a look. Before we get started, it's really important to make sure that you wear the proper safety gear. I like to use a pair of chemical resistant gloves. Along with that, I'll go ahead and put on some splash goggles. Okay. Now when it comes to working with pre-spray, what I like to do is take and make sure that I take the bottle and I shake it up really good. It's really important because what I've found is a lot of your cleaning agents will actually settle to the bottom of your pre-spray. And what will happen is you'll get inconsistent cleaning results. Another thing that can cause inconsistent results is not shaking up your pre-spray jug when you go to another job, because you're not going to use it all up. Generally it's good for 4 to 6 houses depending on the size of the home and how dirty it is. So make sure you shake it also real well before you go back inside the house, and don't shake it inside the home, because remember it has a little Venturi hole up here, and what will happen is some of the liquid will come out and you might get it on your floors. Okay, now what you want to do is take your measuring cup. I have a 32 ounce measuring cup here. Now preload actually calls for 45 ounces. Mixed in your inline sprayer and then fill it with water. But what I've found is 32 ounces is sufficient because it's a very highly concentrated product. So 32 ounces does take care of easily of light soil to medium soil carpets. So no need to overuse the product if you don't have to. Like take a funnel, tilt my sprayer upwards, and go ahead and put it in there. That prevents leakage and spillage all over the place. Okay, now, there might be times you're going to run into some specialty situations. Perhaps you have a situation where you're going to run into urine on the carpet. So you have organic soil inside the carpet. If that's the case, you want to make sure that you keep some peroxide on hand. We use pure oxide. It's specifically made to boost your product that you have and take care of those organic soils. What I'll normally do is just mix 8 ounces of this into my measuring cup, put it in here, and I'm good to go. Now let's suppose you have a problem with oil in the carpet. The carpet's real oily. Well, you take some citrus solvent, and we use Pros grade. Go ahead, put 8 ounces of that into your measuring cup, pour it into here, and then you really have a good, strong product for dealing with those type of situations. Now if you find you have a lot of organic and a lot of oil, go ahead and use everything. Use the pre-spray, use a citrus solvent, and use a peroxide. That's going to give you a very powerful product for breaking everything loose and making the carpets look the very, very best they possibly can. Now you also, when you go to put your pre-spray jug back together, fill it up with water, and you go to put your sprayer handle back on, make sure when you go to spray the carpets that you keep the spray close to the ground. I think that's really important. Spray down close to the surface, about 8 to 12 inches away. Don't spray it up in the air. If you do, you're going to be breathing a lot more product than you actually need to. I also like to use a 0.6 tip. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed this tip about how to go ahead and pre-spray carpets, how to mix up the proper chemistry for different situations that you run into. pay attention to truck mount forums, because we're actually, the next one's going to be on how to rebuild an inline sprayer, maintain it and keep it clean, and keep it working properly. Rob Allen, Truck Mount Forums, have yourself a great day.